Welcome back to the Fast Flip Podcast, Mortgage Strategy in Minutes. I am your host, Ebonie Beaco, Mortgage Strategist, and in this particular podcast, I'm going to be talking about something that separates the beginners from real players in this game when it comes to flipping properties. How to get pre-approved like an investor and what lenders actually look for. So let me ask you this. Have you ever found a deal that checked all the boxes, great price, strong numbers, solid location, but you still lost it? Not because the deal wasn't good, but because you wasn't positioned right. See, this is how most people are when it comes to asking, how can I get approved? Or why did I not get approved? Well, investors, here's the thing. They move different, right? A real estate investor moves different versus Joe who trying to flip a property. Those are two different type of entities, DNAs, everything else. They breed differently. They move differently. They're already approved and they're asking how fast can we close. So what I'm going to do is break down exactly what lenders are really looking for so you can stop getting passed over and stop getting discouraged to the point that you're going to start getting the offers accepted. So what the lenders are actually looking for. See, the first thing is you need to understand lenders are not just approving you, they are approving risk. They're asking, can this borrower execute? Does the deal make sense? And can we get our money back if something goes wrong? So number one, they look at the income and cash flow. It's not just about having a job. They are looking for consistency. They're looking for reliable income and the cash flow to be, a potential cash flow. This is where like your W-2 comes in at, your business income, the bank statements, or rental income through the DSCR loans, meaning rental income from that particular property. So say for an example, you may not make the most money, but if that property that you're purchasing has rental income coming in, that income can be used. So take that into consideration. If your income shows stability and scalability, then you instantly becomes a stronger borrower. Now, the other thing they look at is your credit profile. See, your credit tells the story of how you manage money, not just your score, but your behavior. So when it comes to the lenders, they're looking at the late pays, the credit usage, the overall credit history. This is where your DTI comes in at, which is the debt to income ratio. Strong investors don't just have good credit, but they have a clean and strategic credit profile. Now, let's talk about assets and liquidity. This is where deals get approved or denied. So we want to be able to see, like as a loan officer, and I'm working with my real estate investors, I'm already prepping up the deal so it can go to the lender, so it can go to the underwriter. So one of the things that I want to see is the cash reserves, because I need to package this file up to go to the underwriter. I need to know that they have access to funds. So for an example, they can have stocks and 401ks and they can have $100,000 or $200,000 in there, but do they actually have access to it? Can they pull from it? Then the ability to close quickly. Hey, is this going to be a hard money? If so, how soon? If this is going to be going through a Chase Bank or a Bank of America, well, the problem is they don't do hard money. So now it gets a little tricky because there are going to be a lot of different underwriting guidelines and stipulation to the point that the deal may get actually denied. So knowing that they have the ability to close quickly, whether it's true cash on hand or hard money, and they working with a loan officer who that specializes in working with real estate investors. This is what your lender is looking for, and this is what your seller is looking for. So again, what's going to set the investor apart from a regular buyer is they have everything in line, in place. Investors don't move hoping the deal works. They actually move with buying power already in the door. Now, the deal itself is really important. Sometimes it's not just you, it's the deal. So sometimes your credit may not be the best or whatever, but if that's a really good deal, that's really important. So when it comes to the deal, the lenders are analyzing the property conditions, the rental income potential, your exit strategy. If the numbers don't make sense, the deal is not going to go anywhere. So, which means the deal is done because it's not going to make sense. They also look at the speed of structure. This is the deal where real estate investors have an advantage. So investors really have to make sure their documents are already ready. When you're working with the right loan officer, we're going to tell you what you need in advance, right? Before it actually goes to the underwriter. But most importantly, if you are a real estate investor, a lot of times they already know what's needed because they've done it so many times. So this is how I'm teaching you how to think like an actual real estate investor in the door to get your deals closed and funded much faster. Now, in addition to that, when it comes to the investors, outside of having their documents ready, their strategy is clear. They know exactly what it is that they're going to go ahead and do. Their financing is already lined up. Because here's the thing, in this market, the cleanest and fastest deals always wins. The cleanest and fastest deals can actually negotiate sometimes a lower purchase price, but everything has to already be lined up and you have to have a strategy. So if you're serious about investing and you want to stop guessing and start getting approved like a real estate investor does, I want you to take the next action. And the next action is to go visit www.homeloansnetwork.com, schedule your one-on-one complimentary consultation call with me, or send me a direct message. I will help you structure your file the right way, position you for approvals, and get you ready to actually start winning deals. With that being said, getting pre-approved isn't just a step, it's your leverage, it's your power, and it's what gets you to the closing table. This is the Fast Flip Podcast, Mortgage Strategy in Minutes. I'm your host, Ebonie Beaco, Mortgage Strategist. Finance smart, invest smarter, and guess what? I will see you at the closing table.